Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom. Before we get started, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations to the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? So, this your brother Shapai, man. We out here again. Week in, week out. Cold weather, hot weather, snow weather, rain weather. To prophesize the downfall of this wicked kingdom and to preach the message to the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, man. The true people of the Bible, man. And if you paying attention out there, they'll say Kanye, now Kyrie Irving came out. He just posted a video about a movie or whatever. Something that went into the history of, you know, all you gotta do is look it up. Just Google right now or DuckDuckGo and look up JEWISH slave ship owners, and it'll pop up a list right there and show you. It's clear as day, man. You pop up you type in the information and it's right there. So how can you be anti something if all you doing is saying the truth, man? So now they'll say, oh, we don't control nothing. We don't run the world. We don't this, we don't that. But look at what they doing. Look at what all of the things that just behind him saying something. Kanye ain't come out and say hurt nobody, do nothing to nobody, or this or this or that. He just came out and spoke facts. So now you turn on any rap song, R&B song, what they talk about? They talk about running down on they ops. Look at drill music. These same companies, you know, like you had the NBA, the Nets, will come out and they talked about Kyrie Irving the other day. You know, oh, we not against hate and this and this and that. But they'll have a rapper on that guy talking about killing people in their song. He'll be the halftime entertainment. WAP, pussy wet as hell. That she'll be the entertainment for a halftime show. They fucking hypocrites, man. Hey, hypocrites. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. The place is a mess, man. And meanwhile, my peoples, they out here, they upset at Kyrie. They upset at he's being anti-Semitic. He's speaking what anti-Semitic tropes. It's the truth. They owned the slave ships, man. They benefited from the slave ship. See, Christopher Columbus was a small hat. He was working for Spain and all that, but he was a small hat. But the truth don't matter. But it's okay. Let's start with Galatians, man. Let's get that. Galatians 4 and 16. But you know, it's also they could demonize the true men of the Lord. The true men that's out here telling you the truth of the scriptures, they gonna use somebody that come out and don't give you the whole truth, but just enough bits and pieces of the truth, so they could then turn around and label what he's saying. Because if they start to label what he's saying as hate speech and he get pushed off of all platforms, sooner or later, what you expect them to do to us? Galatians chapter 4, verse 4 and 16. And by therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. Yeah. The enemy of your people. My people ain't trying to hear the truth, man. Our people, this world not trying to hear the truth. Because they've been telling these lies for so long, that they even the top biblical scholars and all, you have even some JOOs that'll tell you that you know who the true people of the Lord is or whatever. But you're like trying to tell some of these low-level people, they not trying to listen to it. In the same way that our people is not trying to hear that they're the Israelites, the same way is some of the lower level Ephraimites not trying to hear that they're not the Israelites. The same thing, man. It's the same thing. But the truth is, you can't stop the truth, man. Let's get 2nd Esdras 6 and 24. Let's get 2nd Esdras 6 and 20. For when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then shall I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. The book shall be opened as we get closer to the end. Watch this one. Salakia, I don't know what the fuck they doing over there. But you know, that's what all of the brothers, we end up dealing with the same shit. Soon as you start bringing the word out, somebody with some noise, some fucking with. Daniel chapter 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Yeah. So we at the end, because the information, the secrets of the Bible has been opened up, man. Made manifest, man. To where even some of the celebrities can't gainsay what we bringing out as far as the truth of the scriptures, man. Get back to it. 2nd Esdras 6, 23, I think. Second Esdras 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. The children of a year shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 and 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. You see that now. You see little babies, you know what I'm saying, fresh out the womb, holding their neck up like this and all of that. Little fucking demons making songs about killing their mama and their grandmama and their daddy. And certain shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. We seeing that now. Certain stores you be able to go in and they had so much stuff on the shelf, they had stuff in the aisles and all over the place. You're starting to see less of that. You're starting to see more and more empty spaces when you go into certain stores, man. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of the world. This is what's coming, man. We at this time, man, as more and more information come out, all you're going to end up seeing sooner or later is they going to make a move sooner or later, man. Everything that you see is playing out for a reason. Because even the shit that Esau think he's doing, it's the Lord controlling his steps, man. Man's goings of the Lord. The Lord uses the wicked to punish the righteous. The wicked of the righteous. Let's get that. Matter of fact, let's get that. What's that? Isaiah chapter 10 verse 5. O Assyria, the rod of my anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Listen to this again slow. O Assyria, the rod of my anger, the staff in their hand is my indignation. Yeah. So when the wicked come down and they beating the shit out you, they got a billy club or they gun you down or something, it's the Lord that's really gunning you down. It's the Lord that's beating you down for being wicked, man. 6, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoils and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. Yeah, the Lord sending them against us, man. So the moves that's being made right now is moves that where eventually they gonna use all of these celebrities because they have a bigger voice than us, even though they don't have the full truth. You know, Kyrie Irving and Kanye West together got what, 50 million followers? Maybe 60 million if you add their Twitter accounts. Their Twitter and their Instagram accounts together, they might have 60 million followers. So they say one verse. I do a video, I might get 50 views. If I'm lucky, 100. They say something, they gonna get 1 million, 100,000 views, 1 million views, 1 million plus views. So they bringing more attention to the truth, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because the good thing of it is, yeah, more people out there finding out and seeing that, yo, this is possibly the truth out there that I need to look into. But then also it's more people that's against the truth coming out. It's making them more frustrated. This is what it is, man. Let's get back to it. This was the point that I wanted to get in Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 7. For evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. Yeah, the truth. The truth of the scriptures. The truth of who's the wicked, man. Matter of fact, let's go to that one. Second Thessalonians. Yeah, it's being revealed, man. They being revealed. They being made bare, man. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah. So he's being revealed, man. The wicked is being revealed, and that's going to make the wicked get mad, man. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yeah, he knows his time is limited, man. He knows he has but a short time, man. His time is almost up. And one of the signs that he knows that his time is up is the prophets standing up in the last days of his empire, just like all the prophets of old in the past. Just like I kind of went into last week, man. All the prophets, all of the nations, the empires have failed, kingdoms have failed in the past. One of the signs that they knew before all of their falling was the true men of the Lord standing up and standing up in their cities, prophesying their downfall. That's all of it. Matter of fact, let's get this. Jeremiah chapter 28 and 8. That's one of the things. That's one of the things, one of the signs, man. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Yeah, man. So this is nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new under the sun, man. This is not a new thing right here. Matter of fact, let's get that one. Nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, I think, maybe 10. Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which shall be done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there a thing thereof? It may be said, see, this is new. It hath been already of old time, which was before us. Yeah. So everything you see happening now is the same thing that happened in the past, man. So the men of the Lord prophesying against this wicked ass kingdom is something that happened to all of the kingdoms in the past. And so the scholars know. That's why they working so hard against it, man. Think about it. And you see all of these reports on anti-Semitism and this and this and that, right? Since Kyrie Irving and Kanye West and a few others, Nick Cannon and this or that or whatever the case may be. I ain't seen not one time that they actually, you know how you gonna do a story or whatever the case may be and this and that. I ain't seen one time where they went out and tried to really show, say, Sakari out teaching, or GMS, or Men of Valor, or Elder, somebody that really know what they talking about going on. You know, you think about it. If a school shooting happened, they go to the neighborhood, they pull out their cameras, they out there, they trying to interview people and ask them questions and this and that or whatever the case may be. They ain't never do that. Somebody that know what they talking about, they not gonna do that. Because then that would be really promoting the truth. They don't want to do that. They want to focus on somebody that's giving you a little bit of it, got it jobbled up, so they could pick at what he's saying because he don't fully know and understand what he's saying. So they could turn around and come against the real men of the Lord. That's all that's going on here, man. That's all that's going on here, man. Brought the wrong paper out. Give me 1 sec, Israel. Let me change up my paper real quick. Yeah, I bought the one out with my lessons I did for the week. Yeah, my people don't want to hear the truth, though. That's the last thing they want to hear. The last thing they want to hear is the truth. They want to be entertained. But the Bible is clear on who is. I mean, how you the people of the scriptures that need to be delivered, but can't nobody talk about you in this kingdom. You running this kingdom. Your people is on top. You can't say nothing about them. They own all the companies. They make people dance to what they say do, but they the cursed people of the scripture. Don't make no sense, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy 28. Let's get in there. Plain to see, man, who the people of the scriptures are, man. Plain to see, man. It's definitely not the people that run this place, man. Let's get it. Let's start at 1 and we're going to jump down. Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, right? So clearly we know that they not listening to they don't even follow the scriptures. They got a whole book, the Talmud. The Talmud ain't got nothing to do with the scriptures. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, who is the people that's cursed right now, man? I just did a video yesterday. Who is the people that's cursed? So now let's read what happens. That was if you following the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Let's go there. But if thou shalt come to pass, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, cursed shalt thou be in the field, cursed shalt thou be, shall be thy basket and thy store. Man, who are the people that's cursed all over, man? Look, you cursed living in the PJs in Brooklyn, going through the shit you going through, rats everywhere and all of this, lead paint in the fucking, in the damn walls, the water is contaminated, elevators got piss in them and all that, and then cursed in the country. You go to Mississippi, water in Mississippi fucked up. And ride around in Georgia. Nigga, what's the name? Ahmaud Arbery jogging, get gunned down in the country. Mind his fucking business. Who is that people? In Texas, the boy, the brother that got dragged behind a damn truck. Dragged the brother to death behind a truck. Who is the people, man? Who is the people, man? Let's get 64. Let's get 64. Let's get 45. Moreover, Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Who are the people that look cursed forever, man? Again, how are you the cursed people of the scriptures, but you on top? Can't nobody talk, can't nobody even say nothing about you, even if it's the truth, or they'll shut you down. They'll cancel you. Kanye kicked off the billionaire list. Wax museum, taking out the wax museum over there, planting over his murals just because he told the truth about a situation, man. Just because he told the truth about a situation. Let's go down, let's get Let's get 56. Who the curses in this chapter describe, man? Don't sound like them. 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would be adventured to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and towards her son and towards her daughter. They marching now to for pro-abortion choices, ain't they? Chick just made a song not too long ago, Baby Daddy Free. Talk about she got M Erda. Trying not to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna put this off on my main channel. I already got 2 strikes. So I know they just looking for a reason. Just like the brother Labanya. Salakia brother, if I got it wrong. The brother from New Orleans. He said they gave him a strike from a video he did in 2005, 2015, and took his channel down. So yeah, and then let's read this one again, because we got 2 points in there. So they going after their kids. They protesting and they mad because they want to be baby daddy free. They want to keep living their hot girl summer and extend it to trashy girl winter. Hot girl summer to trashy girl winter. They want to keep living out the whole phase, extend the whole phase. So they going to the clinic to be baby daddy free. Deuteronomy 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. I just seen an article where the chick killed her baby daddy because she wanted to use the microwave first. They got into an argument over heating up their 2 plates of food. I think she ended up slapping the plate of food out of his hand. He pushed her. Somebody got in between that. He pushed her, I guess, on the counter, or like had her back like this on the counter. So somebody got in between them. He went in the room to get away from her. She picked up a knife and chased him in the room, reached around the person that was trying to stop her from going in there like that, reached around him and stabbed him in his leg and hit that artery in his leg and killed him. Overheating up a damn plate of food, man. So now, you know, they say, oh, this and that. And in other countries and other cultures, the woman wouldn't let the man heat up his food first. Shoot, they make the man's plate first. They let the men get their food first. Then the women eat. Just saying. Let's go. 58. No, 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness wherein thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Now, that happened in 70 AD when Jerusalem was around us. But now you look at now to this day, they use aborted fetuses in food. They use aborted fetuses to create food flavors. They use them to you know, can't say them things. They use it in all types of things, man. Aborted fetuses, man. I did a lesson on that. All of the different uses of it. 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that is written in this book, that thou mayest fear fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy power. Yeah, so the name is important, man. The name is important. The names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai is important, man. You need to have them names, man. I had I guess I was watching Wise Counsel. I think that's the brother's name. You know what I'm saying? The elder brother, he out there, the Elder Malcolm was telling me how he was, you know, he been out on the highways teaching 15 years, and so he put up a short clip and a short, and so that they asked the you know, what's the name of your God? So I told him Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and he started going off. Oh, look how arrogant you are, and this, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You asked the question, I told you. Now you trying to look for reasons to say to attack me when all I did was tell you the truth. Then try to start talking about the Gentiles and this and this and that. You don't understand the Gentiles, man. Oh, graft it back in. Can you graft an apple tree into an orange tree? The Lord only dealing with one. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that. The Lord only dealing with one nation, man. Period, man. Only dealing with one nation, man. Only dealing with one nation. And this is all easy. These is all in the scriptures, man. It's all in the scriptures. So they come out and say you anti this, anti that, but they ain't never saying you a liar. You a liar. Prove that claim. They ain't coming out saying that. They coming out, oh, you're anti this, you're anti that. We gonna cancel you, you gonna cancel that. They ain't got no scriptures to prove that they the people of the Lord. Well, meanwhile, we got plenty of scriptures and historical fact. And to go deeper, and common sense. How in the hell are them people from that land over there looking that color? Can't even take the damn sun right now. Highest rate of skin cancer going on over there in Jerusalem. Man, please, man. Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them, praise ye the Lord. Yeah. He have not dealt so with any nation, man. He have not dealt so with any other nation. Let's get this one. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. See? He only been dealing with Israel, man. The second color. Okay, look at this one. Isaiah 11:11. Like these is how they say these is milk scriptures right here. These is milk scriptures. Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Okay. So now we done just read that in Psalms 147:19 and 20, that he only dealt with Israel, no other nation. We also read in Amos 3:1, he only dealt with Israel. So if his first hand, the first time he extended his hand was to the nation of Israel, when he extended his hand a second time, who is he extending his hand to? Common sense. yo, I saved my boy one time, so I'm gonna go save my boy again. So that means I'm gonna save 5 niggas? Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Patros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and to gather together the dispersed of Judah from the 4 corners of the earth. Yeah, man. He's not coming back to gather no other nations, man. Yeah, it's gonna be Israelites that look like they Ephraimites or Hamites or even the small hatters over there, Israelis. But he's not coming back to gather those nations. He's just coming back to gather his people, his elect out of those nations. It's plain, man. It's plain. Look, now let's get the Gentiles. Let's get this one. Let's get this one. Let's cut this Gentiles real quick. Let's go 1 Maccabees, 2 Maccabees, chapter 6. Let's start at 1. And read down. Not long after this, the king sent the old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of power. See? They was doing this throughout history. So you had some Israelites that was like, yo, I don't need the drama in my life. Yo, I'ma just go ahead and follow the laws that they doing, man. I'ma worship their pagan holidays. I'ma eat the swine's flesh. Wah. And then you had some that was like, no, I'm gonna be put to death. Right? So, so 2 Maccabees 6:1. Not long after this, the king sent the old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of power, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus, and that in garrison of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwell in the place. Right? Let's go down to, well, let's keep reading. We ain't got to rush. The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with rioting and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy place, and besides that brought in things that were not lawful. The altar also was filled with profane things which the Lord forbid. Neither, well, here go the point, now watch. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivory. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighboring cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. Now watch this one, right? Gentiles. How did Israelites become Gentiles? So you got Gentiles in there. Sometimes Gentiles mean the other nations. Sometimes Gentiles mean the Israelites. So when it's talking about salvation and the Gentiles, it's talking about Israelites. It's not talking about the other nations, man. Watch this one. 2 Maccabees 6:9. And more so, would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. See that? If they didn't conform to the let's read it again in slow motion for the slow people on the comment board. And whosoever would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. See? So it was a time when they was pretty much with the sword, like you said, ain't nothing new under the sun. They was telling them get down and lay down. If you not gonna conform to what the Gentiles is doing, you're gonna get put to death. So then now you get to this one, 1 Corinthians 12:1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, not the brethren, who is the brethren? We're going to get back to that. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away into these dumb idols, even as ye were led. We just said that the king put out a decree. We just read that. Let's go back to it. The king put out a decree that you got to follow the fashions of the Gentiles or get put to death. That's what I'm saying. They be stretching, trying to stretch the scriptures, and it's clear what the scriptures say, man. 2 Maccabees 2:6. And whosoever would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babies hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong into the wall. See? The women said, we gonna still circumcise our babies, and they killed the babies and the women, man. I think it's one down here. I think it's one where in here where he says didn't want to eat pork, he got put to death. Here you go, let's go. Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he chose rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination. Spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast for old acquaintance, they had with the man taken him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as it he did eat the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanding the king. So Eleazar was able to bring some lawful meat in there and fake it like he was eating the swine's flesh, man. So the Israelites was under pressure to conform to, so this is how the Israelites ended up following after the customs of the heathens, man. Being Gentiles, man. Yeah, let's get up out of there. Let's get Hosea 8:8. Let's get that. Hosea 8:8. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. It shall no stalk, it hath no stalk, the bud shall yield no meal. If so be it yield, the stranger shall swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein it is no pleasure. Yeah. So all of the places where we're scattered in with the Gentiles were swallowed up, man. Following after their following after their customs, their practices, worshiping their gods. Let's get back to Deuteronomy 28 and 64, I think it is. It's plain, man. It's plain. It's plain. It's plain. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease. We were just saying they was putting a woman to death for circumcising their kids. We just read Israel was swallowed up, scattered into the nation, to the Gentiles, swallowed up by the Gentiles, man. And among these nations shalt there find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. That's us right here now, to this present day. If you a so-called black man, Latino, Native American man, and you say you in a car, hypothetically, and let's say your tags is expired. Your tags is expired, or you got your license is expired. And it's late night, and you on a dark road, and police pull you over. You're a liar to say you ain't scared. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. You gonna have a little bit of fear. Fear from what? Ticket. You'll be lucky and thankful if you just get a ticket and sent on your way. Fear of ticket. Fear of step out the car, please. Going to jail. Getting arrested. Getting beat up. Possibly getting shot. Possibly, shit, you could be in your car and have your license and everything, and just reach in your glove compartment for a fucking for your wallet or something and get killed. The dude, what's his name? The dude out there in Minnesota, I think it was, he had a legal weapon on his hip. He told the cop he had a legal weapon on his hip, and when he went to reach for it like this, they shot him down, got him down. We just saying, man. We just pointing these things out, man. What's going in the scriptures and what the scriptures says will be happening to the Lord's people until he returns is not coinciding with them people over there. That's all we saying, man. And on top of that, we have historical facts, secular history to back up our claim, man. It's plain, it's easy, man. Let's go Lamentations 2 and 13. What thing shall I take to witness for thee? What thing shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? Well, they saying the Rothschild healed them. The Lord Rothschild wrote up the Balfour Declaration, his decree. They stamped it, They bought some land, and they said that we done fixed it. We returned the people to Jerusalem. That's what they're saying, basically. Let's see what the scriptures say. Thy prophets have seen a vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but have seen of thee false burdens and causes of banishment. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. The Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and hath not pity. And he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thy adversaries. So now again, if the scriptures are saying this is what's going to happen to the Lord's people, how are you over there chilling? Can't nobody say nothing about you. You own you controlling 96% of the media companies. HBO, Rolling Magazine, this CNN. How you own all of this stuff, but you the people that the Lord cursed and brought low? How is that? Let's get this one. Psalms 83. Psalms chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make atonement, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. How are they fitting the prophecies of the scriptures, man? How is the scriptures, how are they the people of the scriptures, man? They got a whole land, it's set up, they know who they are, they pushing who they are. They got all types of weapons, can't nobody touch them. You can't even say nothing about them. How are they the people that Psalms 83rd chapter? Like none of the scriptures match them, man. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. They are the tabernacles of Edom, of Ishmaelites, of Moab, of Hagarenes, of Gabal, of Ammon, and Amalek. Amalek is in here right here. So how can Amalek be coming against Amalek? The Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre, Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Yeah. All of these people are against us. All of these people are not against them. You see anybody, take it back to the Kanye situation. Kanye came out and said that you got news all around the world calling him anti-this, anti-that. All of the nations are coming out attacking us, man. Brothers say this all the time. You could be a Muslim, you could be a Christian, you could be a Buddhist, you could be a Baptist, you could be a thug, you could be a hoe, you could be a pimp, you could be a nigga, you could be anything in the world, and it's fine. Soon as you say you're the people of the scriptures, they're not the people of the scriptures, I'm the people of the scriptures, you're anti this, you're anti that. That's the worst thing in the world you could say. Not a song, I wanna kill my mama, I wanna kill my grandma, I wanna kill my dad. That's not the worst thing in the world you could say. The worst thing in the world you could say is come out there and say, nah, we're the true people of the Bible. That's the worst thing in the world you could say. But I could be a hoe, I could be a pimp, I could be a hustler, I could be a nigga for life. You could be all these things, man. Let's get Deuteronomy 7:1. Let's go back. Let's start at Deuteronomy 7:4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. Talk about marrying other nations and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the marrying of the other nations. It's when you marry somebody from other nations that their women teach your children to go after the gods of their fathers, as opposed to the gods of our fathers. For they will turn away the sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. So that goes back to what I was saying about back to Psalm the 83rd chapter, man. Part of the way to have Israel not remembered no more is to set up those people as the people of the Lord. Have us going after everything else, have us calling ourselves everything else under the sun, except the true people of the Bible. That's what all of this is about, man. This is all about, think about it. If we come out and say we the original mafiosi, we the mafiosi, right? The mob gonna say, oh well, whatever, let y'all do y'all. We come out and we say, we the true people of the Lord. That's the worst thing in the world. We ain't hurting nobody. We giving you we giving you the Bible. We giving you history. We giving you facts to stake our claim that we the true people of the Bible. And they waging a war against Kanye right now. You don't see the war they waging against him. Even Kyrie Irving. They waging a war against them in the media. With our people. The niggas that done took a bag on this side from Esau. Elder Apostle Gabar made a great point that's gonna stick in my head from now on. Whenever I run into a so-called celebrity, entertainer, whatever, the first thought that's gonna be in my head is, especially the more successful you are, and I done met celebrities, movie stars and stuff like that, entertainers and stuff, when I was at the Jazz Club in New York City. Met a lot of celebrities. But the first thought that's gonna come in my head is, what did you have to do? You had to do something. What did you have to do? Who did you have to sacrifice? If you were a guy, did you have to suck somebody raw? Did you have to let somebody poke you in the back? You know what I'm saying? You a chick, did you go into the room where they end up shitting on you and pissing on you and all of that and this and that? Yo, they do some wicked shit in these places, man. And I know because before, I don't even look into that type of shit no more. But before I got into the truth, when I guess I was a red pill, red pill community or whatever, or conspiracy theory, or however you want to call that shit. When I was looking into that shit, looking into the wicked ass side of the demonic ass shit, the contracts and the sacrifices and all of that shit, and the shit that they be doing, the wicked, man, that's the shit that made me start looking for the truth. I was like, they really wicked out here, man. I remember a thing I seen one time where when you do a record, when they do a big celebrity do a record, right? The original master that is on, the original master that they bring out of the studio before they send it to press it up and print it up and all of that, the original master in every record company, they got a room upstairs somewhere or whatever, or down in the basement somewhere, a room that with pentagrams and all of that shit on it and all that, and they got witches and warlocks, and they take every single master and they put it down there and they put a spell on it before they take it to get it pressed up. I was listening to that shit, reading that shit like, wow. So when you see the, people respond a certain way, like when certain songs come on, you know what I'm saying? Like you put on to say, Montel Jordan, this is how we do. It puts you in that kind of mood, like, you know, like you at a bar, or Will Smith, summertime, put you like in a certain mood. The same thing when you see a song like Demon Time, or the last nigga shit that chick did, Baby Daddy Free. She talk about she got murder on her mind, standing in front of a clinic. It puts spirits on you. It got spells on it. It puts you in a certain frame of mind, man. This is what's going on here, man. Let's get back to it. Shalakia, man. You be having to get this stuff. That's the one thing I like about being out here street teaching, man. On the streets, man. You get a chance to bring out, to go into certain stuff, man. Deuteronomy 7:5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. Here's the point. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So if the Lord chose us to be a special people above all the others across, how are we following after their customs? How are we following their religions? When out of Abraham's two sons, Isaac and Ishmael wasn't promised the covenant. It went to Isaac. And when Isaac had his two sons, Jacob and Esau, it wasn't the promise wasn't given to Esau, it was given to Jacob, man. So how now we praying to the rock, the same God as Ishmael over there, and we worshiping white boy Jesus, the same God as that Esau followed, calling on the same name as the God that Esau says is God. How are we following after these gods when we supposed to be a separate people? Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with the mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Yeah, he chose us because he loved us, man. Know therefore that the Lord thy power, he is the power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. So if he made a covenant and he keeping that through 1,000 generations, right? How was the nation of Israel, who he gave the law, statutes, commandments with, how was they pushed off? How did it become everybody now? Even the Gentiles. They came up with that shit. They came up with this bullshit. Let's get Exodus, man. Yo, a lot of family members gonna die too, man. Family members, a lot of people gonna die, family members included, man. Better worry about yourself, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get who the Lord was dealing with from the beginning. Who was the Lord dealing with from the beginning, right? Let's go. Exodus chapter 24:3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments and we read those in Deuteronomy, right? We read that in Deuteronomy. We started off with the judgments, right? Told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgment, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord hath said, we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and builded an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Huh? So the original agreement was with the 12 tribes of Israel, man. It wasn't with nobody else. So if the original agreement was with the 12 tribes of Israel, we just read that the Lord keep his covenant for 1,000 generations. How then is it that the covenant done been changed to everybody? How has that happened, man? Let's read that one more time. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and builded an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. Yeah. The 12 tribes of Israel, man. He ain't dealing with no other nation, man. So that's the beginning, right? That's the beginning. In the beginning, the 12 tribes, and now let's go to the end. Let's go to the end. Let's go. Revelation 21 and 9, 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from power, having the glory of power, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. So now it said it took him away in the spirit. So this is the Apostle John on the island of Patmos. He getting a vision, and then you heard it said it took him away in the spirit. So he's in the spirit, seeing what's going on, right? Or a vision, seeing what's going on. Salaki, right? Now what? 12. Revelation 21 and 12. And had a great wall and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. See? So in the beginning, in the very beginning in Exodus, in the beginning, you got who the covenant was with. And then at the end, On the east, 3 gates. On the north, 3 gates. On the south, 3 gates. On the west, 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. See? So all of this Gentile and other nations, it had 3 gates on each corner of Jerusalem coming down from heaven. New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. So okay, so what? Now the Gentiles get to go into any gate they want? No, on one corner over here, it's a gate that say Gentiles. Show me the scripture that say that. Don't know the scriptures, man. Don't know the scriptures, man. We ended up being Gentiles because we was going after doing what they was doing. We was going after the nations, going after the things of the other nations. Let's get Psalms 106 and 34. Ooh. Let's go Psalms 106 and 4. We're going to read down a little bit. Remember me, O Lord, with the favor that thou bearest unto thy people. O visit me with thy salvation, that I may see the good of thy chosen, that I may rejoice in the gladness of thy nation, that I may glory with thine inheritance. We have sinned with our fathers. We have committed iniquity. We have done wickedly. See? Let's go down. Let's go 36. Psalms 106 and 32. They angered him also. They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moses for their sakes, because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters. We still doing that. What's going on, brother?
All is well. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's going on?
I just saw it from the side road, so I wanted to read the sign.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's all that is.
Okay. You see yourself on there?
I do. Puerto Rican.
Okay, Ephraim.
Yeah.
So you the chosen people of the scriptures, brother.
That's interesting.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, I got another one for you. Let's turn it around.
Yeah.
That's the true names of the Lord. Yahweh, he is or he to be, and Yahweh, he delivers or saves. That's the true names of the Lord right there, and his son.
That's amazing, because most people, they say like, all right, you believe in God, but that word, that's an English word. You know, like God. What's the name?
Paleo-Hebrew.
That's interesting.
Paleo-Hebrew is the original language.
I'm from Philly, so my father Muslim, my mother Christian, and me confused. So I just be reading and whatever, and as much knowledge as possible.
This is the true names of the Lord right here, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and this is his people right here. If you want, take a picture, or you can get your phone, and I can show you my YouTube, because I'm recording now. You're gonna be on you're gonna be on my YouTube
That's
channel.
dope. I'll be right back.
Okay. That's a beautiful thing. Brother beard bigger than my beard. Brother got a beard and a half. Take a picture, yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
And you got the names? Get the names too.
I've seen. You got maps in some of these Bibles.
Yeah, they got maps and all that. And so this my channel right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been doing this 3 years, so I just found out recently too. I was Muslim at one time. I even went to Creflo Dollar Church and all of that. So yeah, so can I read a scripture to you real quick?
Yeah.
Got you.
Thank you.
Let's read it. I just read this one too. Let's get it. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Yeah. So he chose it. This is why we went into slavery. This is why the Native Americans, when they came over here, they was able to kill off so many of them and pushed them on the reservations because we went off. We broke the covenant that we made with the Lord. And so he punished us. And so in the last days before, just like in all kingdoms in the past, when the men of the Lord start rising up, they know that that's when this rulership is up. Right, let's get another one. Their rulership is up. And that's what's going on. That's why they attacking Kyrie Irving, and Kanye West. But he didn't come out and say, let's hurt somebody.
Right.
He just came out and said, we the true people of the Bible.
You know, I found myself in a very interesting situation because ever since I was in Philly as a kid, with like Freeway and all that, I listen to Ye. And to this day, I still listen to Ye. And I don't read anything. I see it on whatever, but I see what he's saying. And you can hear him speak his truth. And then right before your eyes, you can see him spinning. And it's like, that's not what he said. So I think it's really interesting because this is one of the parts, I think, of being a believer, where he tries to say this is what a Christian is, this is what a Muslim is. And they don't ever want to talk about if man from day one is in Africa, Ethiopia. You can read that, you can see it, you can even see when the Rastas, when Haile Selassie talks about Ethiopia. So how is it if that's the original man? How did we get so disconnected? When I see something like that, I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Before
So
my eyes,
and we was scattered into all nations. So what happened was Northern Kingdom went off first, and then they got sent to banish. And then Southern Kingdom went off and they got scattered.
Is this was it Judea? Is that what that's referring to?
Judaism is what the imposters over there in Israel.
Right. No, I meant like when you say Northern Kingdom, like location wise.
Northern Kingdom as far as just the tribes. After King Solomon, his two sons, Jeroboam and Rehoboam, one was over the, and then it got split into half. And just kingdom, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a land too. So when you see, sometimes when it talks about Jerusalem, it's talking about the people and not necessarily the land.
I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but like I said, the names, and you gotta study. Like, look, I got this right here. Let me show you. Got this little Bible app. So you get the little Bible app, and you can study at home. You know what I mean? Or you watch lessons. You can follow along and stuff like that. Make sure you get the King James version with the Apocrypha. When you download the Bible app, I think the Bible says, KJV, and then when you go go to the plate store and make sure it's the one that has the apocrypha. Because when they got the apocrypha,
Yeah, I was about to say, what is that?
those are the books that they took out, and so you'll have Ecclesiastic is Wisdom of Solomon.
And when you say they took it out, like that to me is like the council, right?
Bible destruction.
Right.
Destruction. So yeah, these are the books of the Apocrypha. Like, let me give you, for instance, of why they took the Apocrypha. Let me read the scripture. We're gonna go to 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and start at 11, right? In those days there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so froward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise like the gyms that we got now. They built in the original gyms back in Greece, they would work out naked. So that was a Greek custom, Greek thing. So you see pretty much that's the girls, they should be so tight, you can see all of the cracks in the
crazy.
groove.
And I just be driving by and I see, I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Is you just doing that?
Yeah.
The food line is pretty much covered.
You know, and then, okay, so, yeah, there's certain of people, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So all throughout, this is a thing that, like, say how they say all nations are saved now because of the Gentiles and this and that.
I hear that a lot from Paul.
Yeah, but see, the Gentiles was the Israelites, like right here, that started going after the customs of the other nations. So when they went to see, from right here, let's go James 1 and 1. Yeah. James 1 and 1. James, a servant of God and out of the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach. Jesus is not the correct name because the letter J wasn't invented until 1524. So it couldn't have been Jesus because but Yahushua Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So we were scattered into all nations, and we, by us being scattered into all nations, we started going after their customs. And by us going after their customs, that made us Gentile in the state of mind, and started looking like the heathens. Right. So when they was going to look for people, they was going to look for those Israelites in these other nations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay,
so like friend, let's get this one. Because in the kingdom, it's going to be all the other nations going to have to serve us. Because our time is almost up. Let's go Isaiah chapter 60 and 10. And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and thy king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles. See, so how, you know what I mean, how can all of the Gentiles be saved when it's saying going to bring the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought? For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. See? So in the kingdom, it's going to be like this. It's going to be Yahushua, then it's going to be the apostles, King David, the apostles, then it's going to be the 144,000 out of each tribe. That's the let's get that right here. Revelation chapter 7 and 4. Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. and then it goes down 12,000 was still from the tribe of Judah, 12,000 from Reuben. So all the 12,000 from each of these tribes are going to be the ruling government in the kingdom, and then all of Israel will be up under them, and then we'll be teaching all of the nations the law, statutes, and commandments and scriptures. You could get that in Exodus 19:5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. See, so in the kingdom, we're going to teach, we're going to be set up, the world going to be running righteousness, no more GMO food, no more chemtrails, you won't have to buy bottled water no more. The kingdom is going to be set up in righteousness, and all nations are going to have to adhere to the laws, statutes, and commandments, and we'll be teaching. How long you been down?
I've been here a year. I was in Florida for like 15 years, Philly until I was about 17. Okay. Philly was cool because I read a lot about it. I mean, it is the Mecca of the West, and you see the customs, and it's amazing that it runs kind of almost counterclockwise to the standard nuclear family of, like, you got Christians, especially evangelicals, where you are seeing an image almost like a copycat of that. And so to be in North Carolina, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of those evangelicals from Florida and then the Mecca in Philadelphia. So I feel like this is a perfect place to have discourse and to talk about it, because I really like it, I really enjoy it, and things start to make sense the more you get into it.
Yeah, but you see that they destroying the church is pushing against family. They supporting the alphabet crew. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They have women pastors now teaching. Mm-hmm. So the church don't teach you no truth from scripture.
Right. To go out and have discourse and talk to people, I think is a lot better than just saying like, all right, this we visit church on Sunday, or we do this on Saturday, whatever it is. And it's just for me, it's just more indoctrination. It's more of something being taught as like rules being fed.
Yeah, it's definitely a doctrine. It's they call it supersessionism and replacement theology. So they came up with, that's when the Renaissance era, they came back out, they started destroying all of the old relics and the pictures and iconoclast everything, and then that's when they came up with the picture of Jesus, which is based off Sir Dre Borgia. His father was the Pope, the fifth Pope, I think it was, the Pope over there. So they used his son's picture as the image of Jesus. And so this is when they came out and they did all of this stuff. They came out with Christianity and Roman Catholicism, all that shit, Islam, all that shit is all from the same thing.
That introduces Christmas, the image of Santa Claus, the red stuff. I mean, it's real, and then even the practices of bringing the tree inside, and
but that's
heavenly. Like,
well, look, that's not a new thing neither. Look at this one, Jeremiah 10:2. Let's go there. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. See, this is something they've been, this all, it's all, everything it's all in the scriptures, man. And it's all designed to have us going as far away from the scriptures as possible. You know what I mean? Everything, even the different idols, everything here, the music, everything here, feminism, destroyed the family, but then when with the earned income credit, where the woman could be the head of the household now, she don't need a man, and the government give her a check. What's the other thing? Section 8. So they pretty much destroyed the family.
Right. I remember just seeing clips, because I love not documentaries, but like films, just seeing things from the past, and how in Philadelphia during the 70s you saw a very large black family that owned their homes, that had children, and did what they did, and then something was introduced, and it was just like
Feminism.
feminism, and it was pulled